Welcome back, Aries. So this is going to be a reading for the sign of Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus in the North Node. Please only take what resonates. Leave the rest behind. Sometimes you have to flip the roles, and there's no gender in tarot. So Aries, let's see. What do you guys need to know today? What does Aries need to know today in the love department? Let's see. For Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and the North Node, what does Aries need to know when it comes to love? We've got wedding rings. All right. Healthy choices. We've got the Chaser, and we've got Paradise in the reverse, and the Golden Mirror. Narcissist, love bombing, self-absorbed, one-sided. I think, Aries, that you have made healthier choices, okay? You got away from a narcissist that was not Paradise, okay? This was a very one-sided relationship that you just got out of, and now you are making healthier choices, okay? With self-love, self-care, being happier, and instead of chasing, you're attracting now, okay? So I do see some, like a soul connection coming towards you in the future. If you haven't met this person yet, you're going to. All right, and this is going to be somebody who is going to give you equal give and take. They're going to be devoted to you. You know, this could result in marriage if that's what you want. But you definitely got away from a narcissist, okay? I think that this narcissist is now sitting in this energy of codependency on you, okay? They could have a fear of abandonment, but this is somebody who was really self-absorbed, and when they had you, they acted like a fucking asshole, and they love bombed you, breadcrumbed you, and then they lost you because being with a narcissist is not paradise. All right, let's see. For Aries, tell me about this narcissist, Golden Mirror. The Two of Swords. What else? Yeah, you had to make a difficult decision, okay, when it came to this narcissist. This may have been very hard for you. But at the end of the day, you wanted somebody who was going to give you equal give and take, okay? Not somebody who lacks commitment, not somebody who is self-absorbed and the only person that matters in the relationship is them, okay? So that was a very difficult decision for you to make, but you did make it, okay? What's Paradise in the reverse? Yeah, pretty much, yeah. Paradise in the reverse. That's what it feels like to be with a narcissist. Okay? The devil. All right? This is somebody, again, who is a fucking narcissist, is codependent, very toxic, could have addictions, very destructive. They're shallow. They fucking operate out of their shadow side. They could be a sexual deviant. They could have sex addictions. They could have attachments on them. So they could have entities on them. The universe said that's the fucking truth. So yeah, you were dealing with somebody who operated out of their toxicity, out of their shadow self. This person may have thought it to them because, you are not a narcissist and you're healed. To them, it was paradise, but to you, it was not. Okay. What's the chaser? Strength. Okay. What's strength? Fire energy. The star. Yeah, you stopped being the chaser and you went and healed. You went and healed. Okay. Um, you could have gone into hermit mode and relied on, your spirituality to help you heal, but you had the faith, and you came out of it. Okay. You definitely, I think at one point you were the chaser, and then you decided, you know what, this just ain't for me. This is not my cup of tea anymore. What's healthy choices in wedding rings? The Three of Wands, the Nine of Pentacles, and the Nine of Swords. Death on the bottom of the deck. So for some of you, you may still be waiting for your soulmate to come in, but that's okay because you're good on your own. I think for a lot of you, you're like, look, I'm good on my own. If I meet somebody and they're fantastic, great. If not, that's great too. Give me something on this Nine of Swords. I think with healthy choices, though, you started pouring into yourself. Okay. And that is the most important. You love yourself. You started taking care of yourself and putting yourself first. Okay. What's the Nine of Swords? See, with the Three of Wands, this is foresight. Okay. And it's forward progress, waiting for your ships to come, all that. You are completely happy being the Nine of Pentacles on your own, okay? Being single, abundant, beautiful, sexy, all by yourself, okay? This person that you were dealing with is in the Nine of Swords, okay? They could be losing sleep, having nightmares, be in despair, feeling hopeless and shit because their supply is gone. Their supply is gone. At the end of the day, their supply is fucking gone. Okay? Because the one thing that narcissists cannot, they can't stand not having a supply. The Fool. What's the Nine of Swords? They also know that you're a good person and that you're attractive and you're abundant and that you will find somebody. The Moon. They don't want anybody to know that they're in despair. Okay? They don't want anybody to know that they're in despair, that they know that, you're going to go off and you are going to marry somebody else or get into a union with somebody else, somebody who's better than them, because you're making healthy choices now. Okay. With healthy choices, you are making healthy choices. So they know that this person is going to be better than them because with healthy choices, this is self-love, self-care, being happier, loving life, love and light. Okay. So they know no matter who you end up with, it's going to be better than them. And that has them, they could be depressed and all that, but they're trying to hide it. What's the Moon? Nine of Swords. What's the Moon? Nine of Swords. Okay. Five of Cups and the King of Swords. So you could have been dealing with somebody who was very oppressive, who was very brutal with their words. This is somebody who, abuses their power. A narcissist. A fucking narcissist that operates out of their shadow self. Seven of Cups. So this person could be reflecting on like your abundance, all the opportunities that you have, all the different options that you're going to have. Okay. Which is further putting this person, we've got the Nine of Swords with the Five of Cups. This is somebody who I think that even though this person is a narcissist, they know that they lost something special. All right, Spirit, what is going to be the outcome for Aries? What is going to be the outcome for Aries? So, you know, the sad part is we've got, you guys could have been soulmates or something like that. Because we've got King to the Queen of Swords. Okay? But the thing is, this person deceived you. And now you're going to ride off into victory. Okay? So you're going to get the victory while this person sits in the Nine of Swords, Five of Cups energy. And they're going to try to hide it from everybody. Like, I'm not sad. I'm not sad. But Tower on the bottom of the deck with the World. This ending is causing a tower in their life. You closing this cycle is causing a tower in their life. Wheel of Fortune. So you're going to be riding off into the sunset, moving away from this person who was deceitful, who betrayed you, who operated out of their shadow self, okay? Somebody that you, paradise is in the fucking reverse, okay? This was not happy times. You had to use all the strength that you had, all the hope and faith to fucking move on. And now you're sitting in this beautiful Nine of Pentacles energy, and this person is trying to hide like it doesn't bother them. Fine. If it doesn't bother you, great. The collective moved on. They had enough strength to move on. You could be, focusing on your purpose. You could be focusing in on yourself, but you're making healthy choices. And that at the end of the day, you're no longer going to be chasing love. You're going to be attracting it. Union and marriage, soul connection, everlasting love, devotion. And you're doing away with narcissist, love bombing, self-absorbed, one-sided. Tower for them. You made the hard choice, but you knew that you wanted equal give and take. You didn't want to be love bombed and taken advantage of. And so you made the hard choice and you moved on. All right, let's see. Let me get you guys one of these. For my Aries, what do my Aries babies need to know today? What does Aries need to know today? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus in the North Node. This is a beautiful reading, okay? You chose yourself and you are definitely going to be going into union with somebody. But at the end of the day, you're perfectly happy being Nine of Pentacles all by yourself. You found yourself. You made the decision that you didn't want this anymore. You didn't want to live in this very unhealthy relationship. And this is a really beautiful reading. It really is. And you should be proud of yourself. Walking away from a narcissist is not a fucking easy thing to do. What do we have for Aries? All right. We got practice curiosity. Practice curiosity. In painful times and happy times, in sad, confusing, and lonely times, choose curiosity over judgment. When you judge a situation, you shrink to fit the proportions of its criticism. When you remain curious about what's happening and why, what the motives are, and what the hidden factors may be, you open a space for peace and possibility. Judgment is a prison. Curiosity is an adventure. Now is the time to choose the attitude that will create the most freedom and space for you to move forward. Oh, that was not perfect for you guys. I don't know what is. But yeah, definitely. That is really beautiful. So again, you guys should be really proud of yourselves for walking away from a narcissist. That is not an easy thing to do. But this is a beautiful reading, and it does look like you guys are going to have something beautiful coming towards you if you haven't met that person already. So Aries, this was your reading. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Until next time, guys, take care.